What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is a very nice cool evening in Utah, and today we're going to be going over some hidden or secret features on your E90 series, or E series I guess, BMW. This should include the E90, the sedan, the E91 E92, which is what I have, and the E93 convertible. So this should cover all of them. These should all be features on all of them. But if you're not familiar or you're new to the channel, this is my 2008 BMW 335 Xi, 6-speed manual, all-wheel drive, awesome car, love it to death. So yeah, today we're just going to be going over some kind of features that I've found in the past 3 years of ownership, and we'll go over some that I actually found out recently. So I'm just going to dive right in and we'll start on number one. Alright, so number one, the first one I want to show you involves your key fob, and that's it. This is really simple. Every car comes with it. Most European cars actually come with this, not just a BMW exclusive item. But if you take your key fob, you got your key fob here, you hold down the unlock button. Wait a minute. All your windows roll down. This works on any E-series. And then if you hold it long enough, it'll do your sunroof. And if you let go at any time, it'll stop. And then you just keep holding it. And all your windows are open. This is really handy if it's just super hot outside and you kind of want that, you want all that hot air out before you get in the car. So this is handy with that. Now to roll it up, my car didn't do this standard, but you can code it in using the Carista app or Carly. There's a bunch of different ways to activate this, but you just have to activate it. You don't have to do anything else. And all you have to do is, once it's activated, it'll let you actually roll them up too. So if you get out of the car and you forget to roll your windows up, all you have to do is hold the lock button and they all go up. So I use this all the time. This is probably the most used feature that I use on this car. So that's all back up and your windows are rolled up. Alright, number two, you're gonna have to be in the car. This is another one that involves coding, but it's honestly just a really simple feature that you just have to turn on, but I love it. I've always wanted a digital speedometer in this car ever since I got it, and I finally found out a way to turn one on. There's actually one in the car, you just have to activate it. So once you activate it, then you'll have options. Don't mind my airbag light. So you hit your BC button down here, and that'll go away. And there's your digital speedometer. So the little V for velocity, and then miles per hour or kilometers, whatever yours is set to. But that's really nifty, having a digital speedometer. You can kind of compare to your manual speedometer, but yeah, it's a real nice feature to have. Alright, the next one is super cool. It's pretty nifty to have. If you go into your center console or your armrest and you open it, you'll notice this little hole. That's actually a drink cooler, which is pretty cool. And you can actually turn it on right here. So it says 0 for off or 1 for on. So just like that. And you can fit like a 12 ounce can in there. That's about all you can fit. But it's pretty cool to have a cooled center compartment for your drinks or whatever else you want to put in there. Okay, this fourth one is pretty useful. I've used it a few times, and I'm sure some of you have had the same problem before. But basically, your sunroof gets offset for some reason. I don't know what happens, but sometimes I'll notice that there's a gap here. This is rolled down a little, so it's a little dramatized, but I'll notice that the sunroof doesn't sit quite flat. But there is a way to fix it. If you get in the car and all you have to do is key on. So make sure the ignition's on its second click. All you have to do is get your sunroof button and hold it up. The sunroof will open, and then you basically just have to hold it for a minute. I think it's like 15 seconds or so. And then the sunroof will start going again and it'll open. Obviously that's not gonna focus. It'll open, then close. And the whole time you need to keep your finger on the button. and then once it's completely shut, you can let off. And your sunroof will be perfectly aligned. So that's how you do a sunroof reset, in case you're wondering. But that's super easy and comes in handy if that little gap starts to bug you. All right, this next one actually requires you to get in the back seat. This one's really useful if you are a skier or a boarder or a state with snow and you like to do stuff outside. All you have to do is get in the back seat, and if you drop your center console like that, you got your cup holders, of course. And back here you might notice this. It's like a little black spot. All you have to do is push this button and it'll pop, and you drop this, and inside here is a full-length ski bag for you to put your skis in. That's really cool, actually. I think it's a really cool feature to have. So this just folds out. It's a little tedious to get in, so let me try and get this back in. Got it back in. Anyways, it's a useful ski bag if you don't have a ski rack, or if you don't want to put a rack on your car. You can fit skis in here. I've personally fit 2 sets of skis in there and 2 pairs of poles. So it's pretty big. It just connects through to the trunk. You'll be able to see it. You don't have to drop your seats for anything or to put your skis in. So I think that's just a really useful feature if you like to ski a lot. All right. The next one we're gonna cover is, it's pretty simple, but we're gonna actually go under the hood of the car. So if you pop your hood, and if you're new to BMWs, this is gonna be helpful for you. If you've had one for a while, this is redundant. You'll notice scouring the engine bay, there's absolutely no dipstick, which is kind of odd for a car. But it's getting more and more popular nowadays to have electronic dipsticks, actually. So there's actually a sensor in the bottom of the oil pan, and I've actually had to replace this. It is not a cheap part. There's actually a sensor in the bottom of the oil pan that'll read your oil level. So if we go over here and we get back in the car, we're gonna put the keys in the ignition, and then all you have to do is cycle on the ignition. Car's on. Okay, and then we're gonna use this right here. This is like your selector switch. You're gonna go through, and there's your check control. So then it says oil. Click on that, and it'll calculate it, and it won't let it do it while the car's cold. It can't get an accurate reading because I believe it goes off temperature. So you might have to try it a few times, or it'll calculate it. And it might not do mine because my car's a little cold. But anyways, that's how you check your oil level, which is interesting and not really traditional on most cars. All right, another nifty feature that there is in this car is if you ever valet your car or just park it and you really don't want people in your trunk, there's actually a lock in your glove box right here. So you can actually lock your trunk. So lock, unlock, and that just won't, you can't open it without using the physical key on the fob to get into the trunk, and that's the only way to open it while it's locked. All right, these next two are 2 hidden menus, kind of. One of them is the service kind of reset menu, which not a lot of people know how to get into, and also the manufacturer data menu, which is pretty cool. So I'll show you how to do both. Make sure your door's shut. You can't have your door open or it won't let you do it. All you do is click in the key once, and then all you're gonna do is hold down this, the auto button, for about 10 seconds. Okay, here's the hidden menu. So it's obviously in German. So this is the last 6-year VIN, I believe. Some other stuff, obviously I don't know because I don't speak German. You can look it up, there is a menu for this online. There's your manufacturer date for your actual vehicle, and there's a few other settings. So there's about 8 different screens, and then you go back to 1.00, and then you hold it again, and that'll change. And then the next menu, oh, you have to do it real fast. So go back to 0. So this one says test, click it, and it'll run a full test on your screen. Make sure all your lights are working. So that's pretty cool. There's a bunch of other stuff in that menu. I know you can change your units, like kilometers, miles per hour, stuff like that. There's a whole write-up online. I'll put a link in the description if you want to go through everything, but that's how you access the hidden menu. All right, now if you want to access the service menu to reset all your service lights, all you have to do is key on and then click the start button, but don't start the car. Cycle through all your faults. Okay, and then you get to this menu. Now you're gonna hold the button again for 10 seconds. Okay, so now here's your service menu. You can go through, oh, you have to use the stock, so like I showed you guys before. And you can navigate your oil service interval, your service interval, TPMS. So there's your service menu. So that's pretty nifty. If you need to reset your service light, your oil light, whatever, if you change your oil yourself. But yeah, that's how you access the menu. All right, the last one I want to show you is the most useless thing BMW ever put in a car. You can disable this, but I have yet to do it. If you go ahead and get in your car, now this is only on the coupes and the E93s, I believe, which is the convertible. All you have to do, shut your door. And there it is. That is the most useless. It's supposed to handle your seatbelt and it extends all the way, but really it just gets annoying because it never actually grabs your seatbelt and it never actually helps you at all. All right, you guys, that's it. Those are kind of all the hacks that I have to show you right now. Not really hacks, just features, but we're running out of light, so that's all I'm gonna show you for now. I might try and figure out more and make a second video maybe, but hopefully you guys found these useful. Maybe you already knew them, so it's nothing new to you. Anyways, if you guys want to know what I use to kind of mess with the features on my car, I use Carista. So it's just a little Bluetooth or OBD2 Bluetooth plug you can get off Amazon, and I think they're like 25 bucks. They come with a free app, and there's like a free couple months subscription to their app that you get with buying this. So I would recommend picking one up. They're pretty cool. You can change a lot of stuff on your car, like stuff you didn't even think you could change. I know you can amp up like the halo brightness and roll up the windows automatically, stuff like that, fold in your mirrors automatically. So there's a bunch of stuff you can do with those. I recommend picking one up. I'll put the link in the description and you guys can see for yourself. But hopefully you enjoyed that video. Leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one.